Hi all, and welcome back to the channel. Blades of Fire just dropped. The devs call it an action-adventure, but I've seen a lot of people label it a Souls-like. Personally, I don't think it is. Normally, I couldn't care less. Labels are just labels. But in this case, calling it a Souls-like might actually hurt the game. Some players might skip it thinking it's too punishing, and others might jump in expecting a From Software-like game, then bounce off when it turns out to be something else. That's why in this video, I want to open up the discussion. Maybe I'm wrong. So let me know in the comments what you think. I get why people are calling it a Souls-like. There's a stamina bar, anvils that basically act as bonfires, you can block, parry, fight tough bosses, and the difficulty overall is no joke. However, for me, there are a couple of crucial differences. First off, in a Souls-like, those elements combined with level design and progression create a structure that forces you to learn dodging and enemy patterns. There are no shortcuts. You can't outsmart the enemies. You have to overcome them by getting better with the tools the game gives you. In Blades of Fire, though, the weapon crafting system adds a layer that makes it feel completely different. For example, early on, I had to deal with these heavy armored enemies. I was using a polearm, but I was too slow. I kept dying because my timing was off. In a Souls-like, I just have to get good. But here, I went to the forge and adjusted my weapon. I kept the damage high enough, but made it faster. Suddenly, the fight wasn't just possible, it was easy. I didn't learn the enemy's pattern. I shaped my weapon in a way that let me beat it on my terms. That is a crucially different design philosophy than there is in Souls-likes. Then there's a broader point. Everything just feels more forgiving. Dodging is easier to time, and more importantly, blocking actually regenerates stamina. That's a huge shift compared to most Souls-likes, where stamina is something you constantly have to manage under pressure. For context, I'm the guy who stopped playing Claire Obscure because of the need to parry, and that isn't even a Souls-like. It just uses a mechanic seen a lot in Souls-likes. In Blades of Fire, however, I'm fine. That's got to mean something. At what point is a game simply too easy to be called a Souls-like? So what do you think? Is Blades of Fire a Souls-like? Or maybe just an easier Souls-like? And if not, where do we draw the line? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. From my side, to sum it up, I think the weapon crafting system and the more forgiving gameplay push it firmly into action-adventure territory. Not Souls-like, although a bit more difficult than the average action-adventure. That's it! If you liked this video and others where I don't waste your time with filler, consider liking and subscribing. Either way, thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.